Welcome everyone to today's group healing. It will be a two-part, 1 hour today and another hour tomorrow. Then we will be doing a subconscious clearing of our survival patterns, our negative patterns around trauma and fear. And yeah, so let's get started. You're all welcome to stay after the healing and share your experiences and um, just stick around for further discussion. We have some really amazing things that happen to everybody on these group sessions. So you're welcome to stay and share. And um, so, okay, without further ado, let's get started. So let's open the energy centers in the feet. Just set the intention to ground. These energies are already running. So make yourselves very comfortable. You're welcome to lie down, maybe throw a blanket over yourself, or just sit back and relax. Take a few slow, deep breaths. You want to oxygenate every cell in the body. With every breath, just relax. Take it easy. Get ready to enjoy the ride. The energies will come in stronger and stronger and stronger. Just with every breath, we slow down. We allow the energies to penetrate into our field, to all the subtle bodies, subtle organs, down to the cells of our physical body. With every breath, just relax. Let the energies come through. On this amazing full moon weekend, the eclipse weekend, the Wesak weekend. Wesak is when Buddha travels through and connects with humanity every year around this time of year. Let's ask for the energies to start with clearing our astral field, please, the astral body. And this should take all of you down pretty quickly. I'll bring you back in about an hour. Just welcome the energies. They're all lovely, loving, benevolent energies. Straight from divine source. Let's also bring down the healing grid just over the entire group field. As that healing grid is actively forming anywhere it hasn't formed yet, we can energetically join hands, energetically connect with our navel, connect with our hearts into the group field. Allowing the energies of light of heaven to enter. We're asking for help with clearing our subconscious on an individual and collective level, clearing the emotions, clearing the astral that holds the emotions. So as the energies swirl all about, you'll just feel yourself relaxing a little bit more and more. With every breath, just relax. Go a little bit deeper. Allow yourself to go deeper. Let's ask for the energies to clear out our space, our home space. Just a couple minutes, no interference. We want to clear that out. Any residue, any kind of disturbances in your space, in your building. Energies are coming through very slowly now. As we clear out your space, let's go ahead and ask for help with any unhooking, any astral unhooking that needs to take place. We ask for the releases now, just to disintegrate those hooks between you and any entities, any negative patterns, anything that we can unhook now, please. These energies are highly programmable. They're very intelligent. They know where to go. They know what to do. My voice is just a command, like a remote control on a TV. It allows different channels to flip through. Just call them in. We're still clearing out your space and your the astral body and the astral field. Very important step when you're doing subconscious clearing. As the astral keeps clearing, let's ask to de-network the networks that are holding these survival patterns, these terror, fears, war, famine. Let's ask for an energetic key to unlock the networks that are being bound and held together. within each and everybody's system. You may feel sensation in the spine. It's like a key that unlocks the network of all the networks which hold the webbing and the programming. Ask for help in releasing that now, please. That network will begin unlocking today. Continue in the background. Any attachments, webbing, remnants, lines, cords, all the connectors and connections. Along with these networks, there are these issue hubs. So all the issues that are related and tied, we ask for that to also be unlocked and denetworked. Your feet might be tingling. You may have a little bit of pressure in your chest, around your heart, or a little pressure around your lower back, along your spine. Lots of changes going on right now. Tremendous clearing and release work. If you'd like to feel a little bit more, if you're not feeling enough, just turn up the volume. If it becomes too uncomfortable, just turn down the volume. You have control of the volume. We're unlocking the networks of all networks. Which include the webbing and the issue hubs and all the conditioning. And it sits very differently in at each and every one of your fields. It's like a de-armoring that's happening. Let's ask for extra help in clearing out our spines, the entire central channel where that karmic body is held along the spine. Let's ask for help in clearing that out, please. This might just spark your nervous system just a little bit. We're asking for help in clearing out the spines, deconditioning our spines, and most specifically, any karmic body remnants, any karmic webbing, karma knots, any other conditioning, known and unknown. Let's clear out any cellular memory around these survival patterns. Anywhere in your cellular memory where you hold these deep constrictions, this deep kind of survival, control, fear. Let's ask to unwind that now, please. Lots of heat starting to form in the spine. We're still clearing out the spine, breaking down any karmic remnants. Anything specific to you that can be released and broken down, we ask for that to go now, please. Let's clear out any emotional blockages as they sit in the astral and the emotional bodies. Let's start with fear. Anywhere where fear can be released now. You're having a hard time settling down, just sip some water, take some few slow, deep breaths. Sometimes it can be hard to settle down when you're activating these basic emotions of fear, anger, emotional pain, etc. Clearing out this fear as it sits specifically for you. Anywhere in your incarnational body, could be your personality, could be your emotions. Humanity holds tremendous fear programs. So whatever we can do to release some of that today and tomorrow will be greatly helpful for you and me and everybody in the group field. Some of you may be feeling a little bit in your hips or in your psoas. Those tension patterns do sit in the physical, right in that groin, psoas, in the gut area. Any personality patterns around fear that can be released now. Let's ask for help with that, please. Anywhere where these fear patterns have turned us into selfish or selfless. There's an imbalance there. Let's clear that out, please. Just quickly. These are really tough patterns. Let's call in our future selves that have already resolved these issues. Just call in your future self that has resolved these survival patterns in your system. Pull in the energy of your future self. It'll speed the release greatly. It's a great habit to start working with your future self. The smarter, more evolved, more peaceful aspect of you. So ask for the future self to help with this de-armoring, this unblocking of these emotions, survival patterns, specifically fear. That fear is going to continue unwinding. Let's pull in the clearing and releasing of the anger as it sits in your system around these survival patterns. You might feel some tightness in your jaws, masseters around your ears. Your throat may get a little bit constricted. Just let it pass. We're welcoming help. Powerful energies streaming through to help us. Straight from source. Your feet may also be tingling. Grounding out fear and anger through the feet is very, very effective. So you may feel a little bit of tingling running all the way down your knees, down your legs, feet, out your feet. Just emotional pain. Let's ask to unwind and release the emotional pain. It's locked into all these networks and webs and hubs, all kinds of conditioning on the energetic and physical levels, please. This deep emotional pain, webbing. Let's ask for help with releasing that now, please. All these charges that sit in your system, we don't need them anymore. All these entanglements are ready to leave that behind. With every breath, you're releasing these negative patterns. With every breath, your family survival fears are being released. So much pain around famine, war, being without, deep lack, different catastrophes and traumas that we hold in our genetics, all that cellular memory. We ask to release that now, please. Just begin a very deep, intense release process. It'll continue running for the next few days. We're just activating help to help us de-network, decondition, unwind that webbing. Anywhere where you need some extra power lines, some extra energetic juice to boost your system right now, let's ask for that to come in. Just to help the areas where you're really constricted. We're asking us for additional power lines, additional divine lines, just to come in and help clear and release. I can feel a lot of tingling in my feet and along my perineum where my tailbone is. Also in my heart. So just these jumper cables, we're asking more energy, more divine power to come through to help us release this webbing, conditioning, constriction, allow us to de-armor this fear, anger, emotional pain that we hold in our cellular memory, in our organs, in our subtle organs, in our genetics. Whatever can be released, we ask help for that now, please. Your ears may be ringing, your spine may be a little bit buzzy. We just plugged into some extra power lines to help us decondition, help us do deep release work. Can help the energy move along with your breathing, just your conscientious breathing. Every exhale allows for exhaling these trauma points, these negative patterns. We've asked for help with clearing the fear, anger, emotional pain. Let's add in the grief, that deep fundamental grief as it sits in our system in the little animal body. A lot of you may feel it like a tightened gut or a tightness in your chest around your heart. Let's ask for help with the energies, extra help, jumper cable boost from the extra power lines. We don't have to relive anything. We're just asking for smooth release. There's tremendous energy cascading through. We're releasing the fear, anger, emotional pain, grief. Oh, that grief is a big one. So much grief from loss and lack. So many experiences with the war and famine, just basic animal survival, lifetimes and lifetimes. So many experiences on Earth and in other realms. Just asking for a multidimensional release. Anything that's bleeding through into this timeline, impacting these genetics, this cellular memory. Let's ask to unwind that now, please. We want to break that down, that deep emotional webbing, just so we can be just crystal clear, light and bright and free, without that weight and burden of those fear programs, the anger, emotional pain, that grief, any feelings of helplessness, hopelessness. Let's unlock that. Let's just de-network these old survival network patterns, how they sit in the personality, how they sit in the genetics, in the entirety of the cellular memory. Any of those karmic entanglements between us and other beings. Any of these karmic and samskaric energies, they can feel like little obstructions or knots or dark orbs. Let's clear that out. Break it down, clear it out. These extra power lines have come in to help. The future you has come in to help you unwind from this current existence around all this survival patterning and the emotions and how they're locked in and webbed in. The future self has resolved all of these patterns. We're running extra divine lines, extra power lines to help us remove these blocks. So much emotional stuff is rearing its head right now. If you're having a hard time settling down, drink a little bit of water, wiggle around a little bit, and just exhale. Take some deep, clean breaths in and help the energy process out with your breath work. So much suppressed grief. A lot of these emotions contribute to illness. We want to really ask for help with releasing and processing these difficult emotions. Might be showing up as a mix of different emotions for you. It's different for everybody. Might be a little bit of sadness, any deep hurts, anger, just overall emotional pain. Let's clear that out so tomorrow we can integrate some fractured personality pieces. Lots of grief clearing out. Whoa. That helplessness, hopelessness, grief. It's kind of too selfish, too selfless. We're asking for freedom from this emotional pain, survival fear patterns, these negative programs. Doesn't matter what you call it. Any extra help from the upper dimensions, from future timelines, from your future self. Let's call it in now. Any constricted breathing, want to release that now. Let that constriction, as that leaves, those negative patterns leave. So as those energies continue, let's go to the brain. Our genetic brain holds so many emotional patterns like fear. So ask for a clearing of the genetic brain. Any of these genetic ancestral patterns that are held in the genetic brain. Any rebalancing of the brain chemicals. Anything you're paying forward. Anything you brought in incarnationally. This incarnation, any traumas that happened to you in this lifetime. So let's ask for help, rebalancing those brain chemicals. So we could be peaceful, loving creatures. We're rebalancing those brain chemicals and releasing those genetic brain patterns, those survival patterns in the genetic brain. Really drive a lot of our fear, anger, emotional pain, the grief, just the basics. Any energetic intervention that we can call in to help with the emotional repatterning, the genetic brain repatterning, that rebalancing of the brain chemicals. Energetic intervention for yourself and everybody in the group field, please. As that assistance comes in, let's ask for help with our neural networks. Neural patterns, neural networks. Ask for some energetic intervention, some divine intervention. We've activated the genetic brain, the neural networks, and the brain chemicals. Let's go to the amygdala. So many fear patterns held in that amygdala. Let's work out these fear patterns and divinize the amygdala. So we're asking for divinization of the amygdala. Once you divinize your organs and your glands, it's like a natural process of deconditioning that happens all on its own. You may feel a little bit of pressure in your head. We're asking for the initiation to help us divinize the amygdala. So you may feel a little bit of pressure behind your eyes, behind your sinuses, a little extra ringing in your ears, pressure behind your head, in that alta major center, all around your crown, between your brows. Big clearing and activation of the amygdala. Tomorrow we'll get to all the subtle organs and physical organs. We'll do the major organs. And that'll be a really good boost to the whole physical body. Today we want to activate the nervous system, the genetic brain, the amygdala, all the astral body work that we've done, the emotional body, those personality patterns, all those networks, all the webbing. Just get a good de-armoring started. You've been deeply soaked in these highly intelligent structures. They look like codes and sacred geometries that are going to keep working like little spirals all in your system, just permanently. And as you put thought and awareness into this, the energies will click on, go a little bit deeper. You'll feel it a little bit more. We're also using the help of this eclipse, the full moon weekend, all the Buddhic energies coming through the Wesak, and joining this very powerful group field is also tremendous, tremendous help in clearing and deconditioning. Lots of subconscious clearing going on, trauma clearing going on, just for you and everybody in the group field. The pain body, all the pain program that sit in those low chakras in the spine, in our genetics, our cellular memory. A lot of deep release work going on. any family patterns. We ask for release and clearing now. So any generations going forward will stop carrying the negative pattern conditioning. We all carry so many family patterns of famine, war, different catastrophes, violence. So we ask for help in unwinding that now, wherever it sits in our system. Extra power lines, liquid crystals, sacred structures, geometries, codes, all coming in to help facilitate. So much happening in our heads, that divinization of that amygdala. Just a peaceful rebalancing of the brain chemicals, and an upgrade and genetic rewiring of the brain. All of this is being activated now. It will continue for you, everybody. A lot of these traumas, stunt our emotional development. All of these emotional patterns of immaturity. And so we ask for healing and correcting that now, please. However it needs to happen for everybody, each and every one of you in the group field. Any of those emotional positions. Anywhere these kind of charges carry through your consciousness, where these charges carry through your subtle body, where the charges carry through your physical body. Any cords, ties, connections, hooks, anything that can be released to other beings, to your parents, to people in your lives that you no longer need. Anything that ricochets and contributes to a continuation of these negative patterns ricocheting in your life. We ask for help in releasing and unhooking, breaking down those cords. For difficult relationships, always jump to your future self. Ask the future you who has resolved these things to come back here to help you. Use your future, more evolved self to help you heal, to help you correct distortions, wrap up and speed up any karmic or dynamics that you don't want to reloop through different timelines. So the last few minutes, any custom work that you need specific to you, known or unknown, conscious or subconscious. Let's ask for help with that now, please. Just for the next 4 or 5 minutes, I'll stay silent. So we're calling in energies specific for you, known or unknown, conscious, subconscious, whatever healing, the energy work that you need right now, please. Just a couple more minutes. Some of you may feel like your whole brain is being rewired right now, which is a good thing. It's a great thing. How lucky are we to have access to energies that will help us rewire and heal in such powerful ways. There's a lot more work to do on these survival fears, these trauma patterns, specifically around the war and famine, all this kind of ancestral stuff that we hold in our cellular memory / genetics. We'll get to a lot more of that tomorrow. And a lot of the inner child stuff as well. Just a couple more minutes, just energy specific to you for your healing. So much happening behind my eyes and in my brain. My spine is just really, it's electric right now. If you need help discharging emotions, always open your foot centers, activate your foot centers and just ground it out. Ground And also breathe it out. Breathing helps release and process so many emotions. Anywhere where we hold constricted energies in the body, always use your feet. Your feet hold Shakti. When you see holy beings, people bow down and kiss their feet, because the feet hold so much divine Shakti. So for us, we need to keep our feet centers open and activated. There's many, many little nodes and nadis and little marmas and meridian points. We want to clear those out and activate those in the feet. Always, every day. It's really good hygiene to work through the feet, go for a walk, ground things out through the feet. Step barefoot in nature, on the beach, in the woods. Help process out a lot of energies, emotions, thought forms, anything that needs to be released. Use your feet, use your breathing, call in your energies, call in your guides. All you have to do is ask. So we'll do a little bit more in that pain body, those low chakras tomorrow. We'll work on the subtle organs, the physical organs. We'll work on the thought forms, the mental body. We'll boost you with a little bit of prenatal gene and kidney essence. Any kind of chi converter work that we can do, we'll activate that as well. We'll do some more personality releasing of any of these stories that we hold around survival, wounding, trauma, war, famine, any of these things that loop through our timelines, through our genetics. Just do a little bit more of this very powerful de-armoring. So let's unhook you from these extra power lines so you can sleep tonight. Let's imbue you in a full body crystal. It's like an overnight full body crystal. It holds all the intelligence, all the activations and energies for today, all the orbs, all the codes, programs, everything that's running through your system now. Just allow it to continue working now for the rest of the day, overnight, in your dream work, in the astral, while you're asleep. This will all continue. We'll continue running through our healing tomorrow as well. We'll just go deeper tomorrow. We'll do a little bit more of breaking down this karma. For those of you that believe that there is a karmic body, we will do some more breaking down of the karma, the karmic webbing, any of this karmic conditioning. If you think you have it, you have it. If you don't think you have it, you don't have it. It's that simple. And we'll bring in some dragon energies, and we'll pull in some more of Merlin's multidimensional magic to help us with this healing for ourselves and anyone else who's connected to us, our families, the genetics, our communities. And we'll clear out the jumper cables for your jinshin. That's very powerful. We'll definitely do that tomorrow. And we'll work on the inner child and the resentment and all the chaos that resentment breeds in our bodies and all the illness that's caused by resentment. If there's anything else specific that you want to include in the healing, just type it into the chat box. For those of you that are ready to start coming back, I'm just going to activate a deep integration. That full body crystal is your integration. It is your healing. It's like a big crystalline cylindrical form that's encapsulating you, and all kinds of beautiful energies running through you, through this little crystalline, this full body crystal tube. It's almost like a elixir, almost like a liquid crystal. So it's holding you in that precious tubular energy now throughout the rest of the day. It's very protective, it's very peaceful, loving, holds those Christed energies. And use the lunar energies to do release work. Working with the lunar release is just so powerful for these subconscious releases, for the subpersonality, the inner kind of emotional stuff. I find that it's very effective to do lunar release work. Very, very effective. And the stuff doesn't come back. So we're bringing in the energies of this peaceful integration. Big component today is what we did early on, which was that unlocking these networks of issues and all this webbing and conditioning. It just gets layered and layered and layered. And so we've asked to kind of break down those Gordian knots. In a way, you can call them network keys or Gordian knots. It depends on who your teacher is and what school of thought that you've studied. It really doesn't matter what you call it, as long as you start breaking it down and unwinding it. Allow more light in, allow more higher vibration, so you can operate at a higher frequency, have more peace, have more love in your life, in your heart. Less emotional chaos. That's what it's all about. Having peace, peace in our lives, peace in our hearts, peaceful people around us. Just a few more seconds, and I'll ask Dawn to stop the recording for today. And I hope you all stay to share your experiences. I know I had some phenomenal things leading up to this healing, and during the healing happened, I'll be happy to share that with all of you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Same Zoom link, same YouTube link, same time, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And it'll take us a good hour to get through the rest of the work. And again, if there's any suggestions or anything specific that you think would be good to add in, just shoot a little chat or message me on Facebook. We'll make sure to add that into tomorrow's healing as well. And on that note, thank you so much for coming.